These are the Thinking Tree books that we have been using and are going to be using for their spelling. And actually a lot of these, well, these two have, this one and this one have poems in them. So they get to learn these spelling words in context. And this, my 10-year-old started this when she was going through vision therapy, and she loved it so much, which was the first time she ever liked reading and writing, that she took it with us on a plane trip, and a water bottle spilled all over it, so it's all like wrinkled and very well loved. But I got this one, which has a bunch of different animals to color and places for copy work. So what we've been doing with this is she's transitioning from this one that has the poem for her and the words to color in and then to write, to doing this one where either she could take the poem she liked from here, copy it straight into this book. She could take another poetry book that has a poem she likes, find a picture for it. We're all doing it out of order. And then she could copy that. There's extra room here. And then some that she is writing herself that I have a little magnet board, and she's moving the words around to make up her own poems. And that's really helping her transition with the eye therapy and different things to be able to write on her own. And then she can copy what she wrote and practice that way. So this is a really, really great one to connect these two books. If you have a younger child that really likes this one, it's a really great way to advance a little bit, and you can either, as I said, have them copy their favorite or have them change it, which is really fun. And then we do poetry tea times and other fun things like that. So this one is similar to this one, as it's more of a copy work or create your own typewriting book, and they do have more of these. These are just the only ones I have. But this is fun because, you know, we'll write poems together, we'll color the pictures together, and we don't do it in order. We do whichever one we feel like doing, just like the animal one. And this is one that is a spelling book, and this is the seasons spelling book. So it has poems for the months of the year, and then it has poems for the seasons. And let me see if I can find one that she hasn't done yet. Here's October. So there's the poems. So you're learning the spelling words in context, and they color each of the letters, and they have a picture to color. And right now I'm really only doing one of these for each month, so we're jumping around the book. And then here you would have them fill in the missing words, and then there's, like, you know, kind of fill in the missing pieces a bit from the previous page, which is kind of fun practice for them too. And in the back, like I said, there's seasons, and in the very back there are calendar pages that they can create themselves. So this one's really fun, and I'm using this one less of an everyday kind of spelling book and more, you know, she'll work on one of the poems for that month. So it just, you know, it just changes it up. I think they get tired of doing the same book over and over again every single day, so it's nice to have a few different ones to change it up. And then this one, this is actually a coloring book, but there are a few of these coloring books that have places to write something. And I have my 5-year-old, I just love the idea of, you know, writing down things that she says. And she loves coloring together, so we can color pictures together, and we get to talking and maybe coming up with poems. And there's one page back here where she was telling me all of the poems she was coming up with. And this is her writing. This is like her little pictograph writing, and she would work on her own writing, and then she would tell me what she wrote, and then I wrote it in English so I could remember it. But it was just I just thought that's such a fun idea if you wanted a neat book for some copy work or taking dictation from your child. And this really just keeps it just lovely and enchanting, you know, to draw the pictures, and it gives them ideas too. And so I just love this. And there's several different ones that are similar to this where it has places to write and is also a coloring book. So I wanted to include that because that is so is an idea that maybe most people don't think of, but they have other ones that are the spelling ones, like a new one that's a copy work time, and some other things like that. Some that are a little more boyish as well. I have all girls, so these are the more girlish ones, but that gives you an idea of what you can kind of do with some of these books.